Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Shabby Fabrics. You know, we work with a pattern designer named Christine Poor. She is with Poorhouse Quilt Design, and she comes up with the most clever ideas. She's so gracious in letting us bring her ideas to you. I thank you, Christine, for letting us do videos like this, just to support her patterns and her as an amazing designer. So today I have the Fat Quarter Shuffle Mats. These are very fun. You can see here I have this collection on the table with me. This collection is Dear Scarlet, and this is by Marcus Fabrics by Pam Buddha. Wonderful collection. We really enjoyed working with all of these fabrics. So these Fat Quarter mats are very simple, and you just do some shuffling of your fabric. So we have limited kits available. We have all the fabrics for the top, the binding, and the backing is included in your kits. So if this collection speaks to you, grab your kit. I don't expect them to last long. This is a fun collection. All right, so I'm going to take you through the steps. I'm not going to give you cutting instructions because all of that is in the pattern, but I am going to show you piecing and how clever this pattern really is. All right, so I'm just going to set these over here and then get started. So the first thing that Christine has you do is after you get all of your fabrics cut, she recommends that you label them. I highly recommend labeling your stacks of fabric. She's shown you the label in your cutting diagram, and you need to actually label your stack of fabric with these labels. So I have stack H, I have my H squares, and I have my F squares. The other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to keep your fabric in order. Order is very important, so you need to stay organized. So I'm going to show you in the F rectangles, I have fabric 1 is on top, and that's the cream. This is fabric 2. The stars are fabric 3, and the print, the large print, is fabric 4. Every one of my stacks is like this, okay? So you have your cream, your red, your tan, and then your leaf print. So they're all in the same order, all right? So all my colors are in the same order in every single stack, all right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shuffle a stack. So I'm going to take my H squares, and I'm going to take the 4 little prints on the bottom, and I'm going to shuffle them to the top of my stack like this, okay? Now I'm going to sew these to each end just like this. And this is what this looks like, okay? And I need 2 of these. So you can see what I'm building if you look at this very first placemat. I am building this center square right here, right? So I have these 2, okay? So we've taken these pieces off of here. So then the next one would be to add this to this, and that's for another one in here. Let me see which one that is. Ah, it's this one right here. So you can see then you're building this square with these fabrics. All right, so you sew them all together, keep them in order. All right, I'm going to set these up here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my G squares and my F rectangles, same as before. This time I'm going to take my G, bottom of the stack, right on top. Okay, now I'm going to put an F on either side of this. So I have this. All right, this goes in the middle, just like this. Okay, sew these together. Now you might be asking, how am I pressing this? Because I know pressing is a big deal in a pattern. At Shabby Fabrics, we take time to put arrows to show you how to press things. Well, so does Christine, and I love that. I love it when You're clever about pressing, so everything nests together. It makes all my intersections nice and sharp, and I love that. So these are all pressed in opposite directions, just like this. So this is really a beginner-friendly pattern. You can't fail. This is easy, all right? So we're just putting our little strips together, and now I have a 9 patch, so it looks like this, okay? All right, so we'll just set this aside, and let's move to the next set. All right, so now let's start with the next section of the mat, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay these mats out so you can see where the various pieces are going to land. We're gonna go like this, okay? Remember, we're building the first one, and here's the center for that one. We have our center. All right, so now we're gonna build the A and B section, and that is this section right here at the top. So I'm gonna take 2 of my A's on the bottom, and I'm gonna shuffle them to the top, okay? I'm gonna put an A, so on each side, and I'm gonna have a strip set, just like this, that matches this mat right here. So you guys go right here. All right, I have these 2 go on either side of this one. They match this strip set, they're for this one. Ah, here's the ones that we're making. These 2 go together for this one. And these 2 go together for this one. All right, so I have sewn that ahead of time. This looks like this. This goes with this mat over here, okay? All right, now let's look at our next strip set, and that is this long one here. This is D and E. So again, I'm gonna take my 2 bottom pieces from D and shuffle them to the top. And now you see they match right here. Now it's clear how I'm shuffling these pieces. These go together, they match here. These 2 go together, they match here. I think you guys get the idea now. Here's the ones that we're making. These 2, they go here, and these 2 shuffle over to this mat. All right, this strip set goes in this pile, okay? All right, so the same thing is going to be true when we have our little F and G pieces now. I'm making these. We're going to take our 4 from the bottom, shuffle them to the top. You have an F on either side, only this time I have to make 2 of these because I have one on one side and one on the other. So I have made 2 of these. All right, you're going to go through and shuffle all these pieces just like we did all of these. All right, so now let's look at the final components that we have left over. So when you're cutting all of your pieces and you're stacking them all up, as you're going through the pattern, Christine will tell you, set aside your 4 G's for the last step. Same with B's, E's, and C is our large piece. That obviously goes here. So I'm going to clear these off of here. Okay, so let's build our final piece. All right, so we have our center. I have number 1, C is obviously there. This is here, this is here, this is here. These pieces are here. These go to the other mats. We're going to throw them over here. Well, I don't want to cover that up yet. Hold on. This is an E, and this one is a B, and the final piece is G right there. How clever is that? And they all come together. So when you're putting all of these pieces together, if you have followed all of your pressing directions in your pattern, guess what? All of these pieces all nest together. Do you see this? I have no open seams in this whole thing. I love that when all the seams come together and nest. Look how nice all of our points are in this. Here, 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 and here. All of these seams are all nesting together. It was beautiful. These just come right together. These were fast and easy. I think this is just a clever project. You have 4 placemats that look completely different from each other, but they're all made with exactly the same fabric in exactly the same way. You don't have pieces left over. You have just 4 beautiful mats. So I would layer these, take this and layer this with fusible fleece. We prefer Cali Dell fusible fleece when we're doing like placemats like this because it's nice and heavy. Fuse your top on and then quilt them as you desire. We just did kind of an overall print on ours, but you could definitely do something more simple. You could just do some stitch in the ditch here if you didn't want to get crazy with quilting. Just do something simple. Or practice your quilting skills. That's always fun too. Trim them up, put your binding on, and you're good to go. And you have 4 unique placemats. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure to bring you Christine's newest pattern, the Fat Quarter Shuffle Mat. I'll see you next time on a Shabby Fabrics tutorial.